If they then subsequently get their wives pregnant, the children will be awful, awful. We have some pictures on the website. You need to have a strong stomach to see them. You really, really do. Satan has already taken over almost every single church, but the mainstream churches for sure. There may be the odd small church here and there that he hasn't, but he has already taken over the churches of the world and the governments of the world. It is because he has done this that we have been told to tell everyone to come out of Babylon. You can see that we have got a document, Come Out of Babylon, and we've got a video, Come Out of Babylon, and the Synagogue of Satan. That is quite a document to read. Quite a document. And you will be so disturbed when you see what the false Jews do and their Talmud. It is an abomination. In Revelation 17:2, it says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Who is they talking about? Babylon. And Revelation 18:3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Any relationship with Satan is rigidly demanding, abusive, and destructive. He aims to debase, degrade, and promote wickedness to the uttermost level, so that human beings behave much worse than animals. Having done that, he then proceeds to accuse us before God as he makes his legal claim for us, because we have sinned. In Revelation 12:10 it says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuseth them before our God day and night. I should add here that also he knows he has but a short time, so he's very, very busy. Often our wickedness is so great that destruction is the only course of action that is left for God. That is what happened at the time of Noah and Sodom and Gomorrah. In 1 Peter 5:8 we are told, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil as a roaring lion walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. You see, from serious followers, Satan demands that you do not eat meat, that you're celibate, that you do not drink alcohol. These are doctrines of demons. 1 Timothy 4:1 says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. And verse 3, 1 Timothy 4, forbidding to marry. You've got the whole Catholic priesthood can't marry. So who are they following? According to this, doctrines of demons. So who are you worshipping when you go there? Not God, is it? And commanding to abstain from meats. They're talking about abstaining from all meat. But throughout the Bible you will see that sacrifices in the Old Testament were given as food to the priests. These were animals that were clean animals. You will see Christ ate fish. You will see Christ ate lamb. He says, forbidden to marry and commanded to abstain from meats, which God hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. Now, I'm not saying for a moment that we haven't messed up the meat and the fish and all these things. That is not the issue. The issue is the principle. Is it right to eat meat? That is the principle here. Is it right to marry? is it right to drink alcohol? Christ made wine, and he said he wasn't going to drink of the fruit of the vine at the Passover that he had with his apostles until the kingdom. So although he makes these demands on us, or any of his close associates, he not only demands that you kill people, but that you eat human flesh, you eat the people you kill, drink human blood, and even eat excrement. Can you imagine it? This is what several people who have been saved from this horrific lifestyle tell us. Impossible? Well, not really. In Jeremiah 17:9 it says, "The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?" You see, this shows that people will do absolutely anything under the sun in order to obtain power and control over others. This is in direct contrast to what God has given us. The eternal God has given each of us a free will, even to do wrong, which obviously we shouldn't do, because we do wrong, we suffer. We are introduced to Satan in the book of beginnings. That's what Genesis is. Most things you find start there. Though the tree of knowledge was a mixture of good and evil, it had but one fruit, and that was death. Like all of us, Satan can only give what he has. His gifts, all his gifts, have only one objective, and that is to destroy us. That's why in Genesis 2:9, we are told, choose life or death. The two trees were there, life and death. The serpent, who was the most subtle of all the beasts, then promptly fooled Eve, who saw that the tree was good for food. That's in Genesis 3, and promptly took off the tree. She wanted to be elevated, to be like God. Exactly what Satan was seeking for himself. That's what he offered her. And of course he was a liar, because he couldn't do it.